What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know it's your boy King back in the building, and today we're there with another video. You don't know, today we're gonna review the Unity Cup squad because truth be told is a lot of noise has been making about the Unity Cup squad. Una dede, and Ufe dede, and all these things. So they have to break it down real quick and basically give our preview for the first game between Jamaica Reggae Boyz and Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah, this will be a review of the squad and a preview of the game in one. You call this, I guess Sunday night it's usually the Reggae Boyz watch, so you don't know, we have to watch Reggae Boyz, them what them are go on with in terms of the squad. That is what's happening right now. And that one not gonna be one where I gonna really talk about all the controversies. Them, you know, we have to touch on everything we are going, but we're not gonna dwell upon all the controversy them we don't talk about already in the past couple of days. We're gonna really take a look at the squad in depth because there's a lot of things that is missing that I think I fly over a lot of people's head. You see me? I wanna talk about them because the squad done pick already, and we can't do nothing about that. So we can just analyze what go on, who then at the squad, and we could take a look at who is there. And we can also look at our starting level for the Trinidad and Tobago squad. We can just give a quick starting level for say, yeah, this is our starting level. You can give your starting level prediction down in the comment section as well. Feel free to do that as well, everybody. And once again, as you're forward in, just smash the like button. It's a nice way to show your appreciation for the show, help to grow the show as well. And people, feel free to share. Feel free to share the show with anybody, a friend, and your status. Is me that free as well, people.
Express my feelings, start my mind.
Yeah, you don't know. They have to express my feeling and talk with mine. Big up yourself, Berlin. But yeah, this is the Reggae Boyz Unity Cup squad review and preview of the game coming up. So yeah, let's jump right into it actually. You don't know, we're not there for waste time. So we're gonna jump right into the bit of information we really want to highlight. So we have to just take a look at the squad first in its fullness. As it means a lot of footballer playing people because actually this Unity Cup squad was rolled into basically the 60-man squad that was dropped for the CONCACAF Gold Cup upcoming, right? Because everybody talk about Ravel the other day, and it's like people don't realize it's two different squads. So make really take a look at the squad for the Unity Cup and separate it from the Gold Cup squad altogether. So this is a squad for the Unity Cup, and I bring it up this way because Suli Makala has been added to the Unity Cup squad. However, one more name is expected. That's what this post is saying. However, I don't think we got the one more name that is expected as yet. Or if I got it, if I miss it, people wanna tell me if I missed it. But I don't hear the one additional name that should be added. We know so Suli Makala is added to the squad, which would mean that Suli Makala is an added midfielder, which brings the squad to so it's Shaquan Davis, Benjamin Williams, and Tafari Chambers. And to me, people, right off the bat, that is where my first interest is. Because those three keepers, people, it's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Now, where the coach come out and said the reason why him not having MLS players is because MLS is still ongoing and him can't get those players for a friendly. Remember, again, this is not an international window. So this is a friendly window, right? So him can't get him MLS players, him can't get certain players from him can't get certain players from the Premier League. So yeah, and we know that our two keepers, well, our number one and our number two keepers is from the MLS and the USL, right? So we know that's for a fact. Now, with that being said, the keeper situation, I don't just want to fly over it. I'm going to list out the squad. It's on screen, but to me, one of the first interesting part of the squad or makeup of the squad is the goalkeepers. Them. So we know that Shaquan Davis has been in almost every squad, I would say, for the last 18 months, right? Shaquan Davis is he's our number 3 keeper for the last 18 months. So it's very interesting the situation with Shaquan Davis because Shaquan Davis lost his spot to Tafari Chambers for Mount Pleasant, who were runners up in this season JPL. So right then and there, very interesting. Even me thinking about picking this squad, I was like, what happened to Shaquan Davis? Because he's our number 3, but what happens when a number 3 keeper loses his game to somebody else? And to my surprise, I guess the JFF or whoever picked the squad, the coach, was thinking one step ahead of me where they included the keeper with Shaquan Davis game. So now it get rid of the question mark about all right then Shaquan Davis get take away him not for the end of the squad because we know a lot of people that can say that. Now bringing in Tafari Chambers in the squad make we not for bother wonder, all right then. We not for bother ask say why Shaquan for the end of the squad and Tafari Chambers take away game. So having Chambers in the squad with Tafari, it kind of make we not for bother question that. So it be like, all right then. This kind of take away that doubt, that reason that them put it to bed. Now, also importantly, Benjamin Williams. And me need forget experts because again, me have the expert information what with Benjamin Williams. But Benjamin Williams also seemed like he lost his place in the Portmore team as well because I can recall Benjamin Williams not being the number 1 keeper for Portmore. So basically, for the latter part of the season, we are bringing 2 keepers that are number 2 in a them team. I'm going to some people. But anyway, we'll come right back to that. Conrad Smith, I remind you to smash the like button upon the show, people. And smash the like button because right then and there is a first interesting talk. People may not know when Jamaica have a squad and it's not interesting. Not to say that me can tell you which keepers to bring, don't get me wrong. But it's very interesting right off the bat what is happening with these keepers. And I don't know if nobody think about it like that. But the first thing was stood out to me in terms of, what going right or so? We had Portmore keeper, him look like him losing spot, but he's called up to the squad. Want to the number 1 keeper from Portmore. What really going right there, so? Is it that injury? Somebody come talk to me about this, and I need to get the experts on the show. I need to get the experts on the show for really explain to me about this keeper situation because it's very interesting. But yeah, maybe take a look at what I go on and show exactly what I go on as it relates to the keeper them. But let's go through the squad first. Big up to everyone in the comment section from Shirley and Berlin. Big up yourself. Sylvester Whittingham. Big up yourself. RR. Check. 3-1. We not do 2. Yeah. Check 3-1. We not do 2. RR say. Bailey Smith say no squad for the Goalkeeper yet, bro. One Ravel Conrad Smith always trolling, but him do the right thing. He said, please smash that like button, people. Yeah, very interesting. But I could start right then and there. No, let me list out the rest of the squad first. So yeah, the squad goes like Shaquan Davis, Benjamin Williams, Tafari Chambers, right? 3 JPL keeper. 3 keeper from the JPL, I should say. Richard King, Mace Olgate, Dexter Lembikisa, Kyle Ming, Amari Bell, Greg Lay, Steve Young. Right then and there, that's a defense. Kind of a lot of continuity. Kyle Ming and Steve Young would have been the only quote-unquote new names. I think Kyle Ming and Steve Young also was called up to that squad to play against Trinidad and Tobago in the friendlies. So I don't think they're new to the setup, and I think those players would have benefited from that actual squad where the coach would have seen Kyle Ming and Stevie Young in that squad, if memory serves me right. I really gonna look at it to make sure I can remember Kyle Ming being there, and I can also remember Stevie Young. But you don't know the memory is not 100, so we are gonna look at the players them to make sure them they did it. We say, all right, then the coach did see them there, so. And that's why the coach picked them, because he did see them in another friendly tournament there. And now he liked what he saw, coupled with how them finish the season strong, because Stevie Young, again, from Portmore, one of the best defense them they had. Kyle Ming, Well, Kyle Ming's situation very interesting because Kyle Ming was playing most of the season as right back when McCullough played central. We see Kyle Ming move to centre half for the knockouts. So is he there as a right? Well, I guess it's good if he can play right back or he can play centre half. That's also good. And I two are better defenders them in the league. Now I have no problem with that said way. Isaac Aiden, Casey Palmer, Brandon Cover, John Russell, and Daniel Green. That's the midfield, along with Sule McCullough rounding out the midfield. And to me, steady midfield again, new name there again, Brandon Cover, and we see the recall of John Russell, Daniel Green from the JPL again, one of the better players in this season. JPL, interestingly, again, Daniel Green played centre forward in the finals of the JPL. So Daniel Green, again, another player that's flexible that can play in several different positions. Dewey and Busy Atkinson. I'm going to say this about Busy. Thank God said the ball are good because it was a huge scare in the finals. But once again, to me, Busy has been the most unplayable player in this season, Jamaica Premier League. And you don't know if him team crown champions of the JPL again. And nobody can argue with Busy's inclusion in this team. Because if you really watch the JPL and watch this the youth performance, you can't take it from him. Busy was unplayable, people, trust me. But they had the game them, I tell you, say, he's unplayable and he's being rewarded off the back of a strong JPL season, especially in the knockouts, I tell you, them couldn't stop him. Ronaldo Cephas, you know, he's my starter left wing. Magic Warner Brown. Let me tell you people, I am so impressed with this player, Magic Warner Brown. Put Magic on him name because to me, he's the man with the number 9 on him back. Roman Burrell, we say this is a player we call a heritage player. We did a review on the player in the 60-man squad, one of the new players also in the 60-man provisional squad. Very interesting player also. You know, me call him the Jamie Vardy, the man will wrap up him hands, so he look like he's a gunman, but it's good. Make a take a look at him. Kaim Dixon, the man himself who has gotten promoted with his Charlton team to the championship. So big up Kaim Dixon as well. And Javan East is being rewarded for some stellar performance over there in the Israeli league. So I think it's a solid squad. I know everybody has said him should have did there, him should have did there, him should have did there. Yeah, the number one name everybody has said should have did there is Ravel. I know the Ravel petition. We're gonna take a look at that as well. You see me, it's a lot of things, but that is a squad for you. So we can go through the squad and break it down. RR so the A team, you might use this. I don't think this is the A team. This can't be the A team and so much players are unavailable. So I don't think this is the A team RR. This is a mixture of some of the A team players them as well, because I think Richard King is in the A team. I think Shaquan Davis again, I'm gonna take a look at that situation, is also has been in the A team. Richard King, as I said, Mace Olgate has been in the A team. Dexter Lembikisa, definitely A team player. Amari Bell and Greg Lay. So those two. Isaac Aiden, definitely. And it's fair to say that Casey Palmer has been in the A team. John Russell, we have been calling for him to be in the A team. Ronaldo Cephas, Warner Brown, Kaim Dixon has been in the A team. You don't know me, my opinion on Kaim Dixon as well to be in this team. Javan is getting his fair shot. So it's a mixture of A team and I would say seeing other players, which is good. King, you don't watch your boy one heel Dixon this morning. Charlton Athletic win. Dixon Anderson was wearing the Jamaica flags after the game. Yeah, man, and we have to say big up to that. And we have to say Dixon, Anderson, and Campbell, because I three of them, because we see Campbell being listed in the 60-man provisional squad. So we have to treat Campbell like one of us now. Not to say no, because we know same have heritage from a minute now, but him being listed in one of our squads, which means we have to really show him some recognition and track him progress even more. Because yes, we know this player showing that he wants to represent us and showing that he might do the right thing in terms of him paperwork and all. to represent us. Big up yourself, Dan, you're a real legend. Really, our semi-pro league, yeah, our semi-pro league, the coach said all time out, in prefer our semi-pro league than a UAE third division. Well, when you go fight the coach, I'm not telling nobody to fight the coach, but if you don't like what the coach say, when you take it up with the coach, and then he says so, and the coach says so, and if him says so, he have a point to people. He have a point, and you can't argue about it, because if you bring the stats to the table, I've been trying to track the UAE third division in terms of, when I look on Ravel and I try to go anywhere to find him stats, I can't find stats, I can't find nothing. You know them, something that me depend on. Just imagine the coach where is highly dependent on Y Scout. The man say, yo, I can't see nothing from Y Scout. You see me? But it's very interesting what the coach say also, because I have a video to play. I'm going to send a video as well of Thomas Tuchel, the coach of England national team. I'm going to play that video as well, because Tuchel have a similar situation with Ivan Toney, even though you can find information on Ivan Toney. So it's not the very same exact situation, but Tuchel have a situation where him say him did like a look on Ivan Toney and him not get for go there yet. So him say instead of going there and seeing Tony, he might invite him to the camp to take a look at him, which we could also say the coach could have done that as well. You see me? Because yeah, we have to take a look page out of England book. England them don't have the blueprint already. The Englands of this world, the Spains of this world. And if England coach can come out and say, yo, me don't look on Tony, you know, but you know, so me not get to look on him, me can call him in the squad and take a look on him as well. So the coach could have said that as well. You see me? And we can play that video there and break it down as well. Heard East got dropped. I haven't heard that Dan. From once you left Jamaica, you're not good anymore. I don't think so. I don't think so. Those are some running narratives where I'm not subscribe to running narratives, you know, you see me? No, you can find his games, you can call his club and get the games. Fine. That's also a good reason as well, Conrad Smith. I'm sure you can reach for them clubs and get the video highlights. So who knows if something deeper is there, but in terms of me talk about me, like the average fan, I talk about you as well, Conrad Smith. We can't readily get information about a league that our players playing. We can only see, I've only seen the highlights them, and that's not to say that's a separate argument from Ravel should be taking a look at. As me I say, Ravel should be we have to take a look at Ravel. And if the court say him can't get data on him, and the court say we live off of the past, that's fine. But how do you see the player? Because this player show interest, wanted to play. Him forward for an interview not too long ago for say, I want to play. So if you not see the player with stats and data, what do you do? I would say call the player, take a look at him there. So yeah, we'll move right on. The coach is a liar. Fire upon him. You equating the league to Tony is playing with Ravel. No, I'm not equating the league. I definitely says a Ducklands Tenet. I am saying what the coach said. You can equate what the coach said. The England coach said for Tony to say he was supposed to fly there to see him. And he didn't, so I call him in at the squad. I'm just making a statement to say that our coach could have said the same thing as well. So I get two sides of the reasoning. You get me? I say, yeah, but the coach I say him can't see Y Scout, and you don't know the coach is heavily dependent on Y Scout. I guess him can't fly to certain place, or he has never said that he was going to fly there to see him, but he has said that him not see him on Y Scout. So that me I say, is me. I just give a next coach reasoning on the same exact topic. King, me see your boy I lift up promotion trophy and even touch the feet. Hold up. Know yourself. Moya, know yourself and know what you talk about. You know. Remember, say my boy, Kyle Dixon, played actual minutes in Charlton's campaign. He actually played minutes for Charlton in the League One. What are you saying? Him not playing at the finals. Enough ball not playing at the finals and still hold up trophy. Come on, man. Get the ball out here. The man have minutes for sure. I like him not playing no minutes whatsoever. Cut the ball at some slack, man. Know yourself. Yo, how much know yourself that? Big up yourself, know yourself, said it. Marlon Nelson said, King, you really compare Tony with Ravel's situation. Tony scored more than 20 goals in the Saudi. No. You see it, make sure I put context to the reason, and the people them still now get the context. You know, I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to break it down so I can understand what me I say some more. I'm just saying that the coach could have said the same thing. The coach could have used the same line of thought for say, yo, take a look at the player because you're not seeing the player. You see me? The coach could have used the same line of thought in my opinion. Because if England coach can say so, our coach can say so as well. I'm just saying. If we're willing to give Ravel a space into the team, then I have a question. Then I have to question our ambition. Well, all I'm say is take a look at the player. Me want to know. I don't know, but me want to know. You see me? I want to know. Big up yourself to my host them where I arrive. Big up yourself, Nicardia, Jordan. Big up yourself. One half a step on that real quick. I'm going to try plug in the laptop charger here. I'm going to go and give your thoughts on that real quick. As a matter of fact, before you give your thoughts on that, go ahead and give your thoughts on that. I'm load the video so we can bring some context.
Wagwan.
Bless up yourself. Welcome to the show, man. Nicardo and Jordan.
Where's the Wagwan now?
Yes, bro. What's up?
Oh, you never that here. Jordan, what you take on that in terms of the video we're going to play? In terms of England coach saying that he was supposed to go to Saudi to take a look at Ivan Toney, but he didn't get to go, so he's bringing in Ivan Toney into the squad to take a look at him. And we could have said, our coach could have the same reasoning. What you say about that? The coach could have said, all right, then, I don't see him, but I can bring him in to take a look at him. What wrong with that?
Well, I don't think nothing wrong with that still. I think Tuchel him pick a 26-man squad and pick 3 extra. Cause you know a 23, but him pick a 26-man squad. So you know him bringing Ivan Toney for really see him because he win a major tournament over in the Saudi Pro League and thing, and you know that I got excited the England coach and everything. So him decides to bring him in for see him in a training for know if him go pick him in him last squad or thing, which I think our coach now, Steve McLaren, him could have look into the Ravel situation and do the same thing. If him not really see the player, him knows him a player at a low division and not really see him just bring him in a training and for see how him look. But I don't know, man. Him is the coach, bro, and if he make the decision there, we have to just work with it. You see me? We just so it go.
Yeah, and I really don't want to belabor this point. That's why I want to get it out of the way and move on, because it kind of do injustice to the players that are there, which me really want to talk about. If we talk about players that are not there, because again, the players them are there. If a man I watch a show right now, I say, yo, I dwell upon that. We can't do nothing about that right now. We can't change it. Even though this also said that there is one more player that can be added to the squad. So, in my opinion, one at the time, then I wonder if Ravel could have been the one more player we can add it to the squad. So, me still a hold on a dream for say, all right, then the coach I say, you know what, we're going to bring Ravel in for the second game. You know, you see me? I don't know for me, is that a dream, not a dream, then not possible or what. Where's about that reason then, Nicardo? That's what I was saying.
Yeah, look, this is why you get paid to be an international manager. You know, you need to travel. You understand? You have a lot of time on your hand. If you can't make it and you have the luxury to bring the player in and look at him, that's exactly supposed to need to do. And if Steve McLaren could make the trip, you know, to over the Middle East to look at Ravel, according to him, you know, you can't see no video of him and nothing on Wisecoat. It's like Wisecoat is his best friend. We know that's remotely working, but again, looking at the player in the stand and looking at the player on the computer at Wisecoat is totally different thing. And Ivan Toney is one of those strikers that went to Saudi from England and doing the stuff that he needs to do. He get paid to score the goals, and he's scoring goals. He's delivering silverware, and the coach said, hey, he deserved to be in the squad. It's just that reason why people, you know, look at, you know, the Saudi Pro League like that. If you play in the Saudi Pro League, you cannot get picked for the English team. Is that, you know, the prejudice between the England people and, you know, Saudi Arabia. You know that whole situation goes already. So with Ivan Toney, bro, he do exactly what he needs to do. He need to look at the player. he bring him in. You understand? And I agree with everything what Jordan said. You understand? But Steve McLaren is like, when him come to the press conference for the Reggae Boys, it's like a rumbar talking him a deal with. You understand? It's like a rumbar talking him a deal with, and it just feel like him just have us, YouTubers and the journalists, locally in Jamaica, have like some mediocre people like them, know what them I do. It's not because it's not some high press where you have ITV, where you have BT Sports, TNT, Sky Sports, Jonathan Talk Sports. You have these big household journalists from these big media company. You understand? So I just don't know what is the issue with him, saying stuff, a couple months back and then saying a total different stuff. And, Jordan, I remember when he just came and he said he was whatever with FIFA. And he work with the JFF. He understand what the JFF needs. He understand the quality of players that we have in the diaspora. Now you hear him talk say, yo, him need to look at some more things, and he need to in gel with the whole system and the philosophy of the Reggae Boys players. They're like, bro, we think you know all of this. We're going from a long time. You understand? So it's all a bunch of lies, from Steve McLaren. You don't know where to believe, and see him how him speak at this moment. That's how the football speak for itself. Go through the interview, come on here.
Yeah, 100%. Let me just run the interview. You guys can't hear it. You guys can't hear it, and tell me in the comment section if you not hear the interview.
Me not hear it. Me not hear it.
You not hear. Hold on. I think if I'm mute, I don't hear. Hold on. Let me try it again.
I wanted to ask you first about Ivan Toney, who for us is probably the biggest headline inclusion, and Dominic Solanke not being in the squad. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, Ivan deserves to be with us, I think, and I'm convinced because he scored over 20 goals for Al Ahly this season. He won a major title with the Asian Champions League, had big involvement in the team, in goals and assists, and huge contribution. I told you last time, I think that I will try to put a visit in my schedule and visit him in Saudi, which I didn't make. So I thought, why not to bring him over and let him travel to us? It's a good occasion.
So that's a part where I really didn't want to stop right then and there. When him said, bring him over, your man clearly say, what him clearly say? I told you last time I was going to travel over there to see him. So I didn't get to do that, so I just thought that I would bring him over and take a look at him. And that I actually want to play right there. So, yeah. So I'm gonna move on real quick because I don't want to belabor the point there. But yeah, that I hope you understand what I say now. So I'm not comparing the leagues. I'm just comparing the words of the two different coaches, right? One coach say him did forget look on the player, but him never get for look on him, so I bring him in for take a look on him. The other coach say him not see the player, him can't see data upon the player, so why not just bring him in for take a look at him? Because the truth is, I think we're bringing in other players to take a look at them, and I think some of the heritage players that we are bringing in, it's really just bringing them in to take a look at them to see where their levels is. Or yes, you can see them on Y Scout. Yes, you can see them data, etc., etc. But we are also bringing in them to see, one, if they can gel with the squad, because they must go learn the chemistry of the squad. They must go learn the culture of the Jamaica team as well, because every team of them own a culture. So it's a process bringing in these new players as well. So if you have the reasoning for bringing in the new players, you must have the reason for bringing in a player that's not so new to the team, that would have known the culture already. So the argument both ways kind of shaky. But more open to get the point now, and not to say that me compare both leagues. It's much clearer now hearing what the England coach have to say, right?
Yeah.
But then again, King, if you say you like working with the player so much, you work with him for a year at Derby and thing, and if you know the potential of the player and want him a part of your team, as what you say, right? Why not? Why not? You want him get a better club? Why not give him a shot in the Unity Cup so that, as Nicardo say, a whole heap of scout from all over the world I come watch the Unity Cup. Why not bring him into the Unity Cup so he can play and at least somebody can see him for him get a better club?
Jordan. Hold on, Jordan. So you try to say use the Jamaican squad for boss players. Now only see him wanna complain about using the Jamaican squad for boss local players. So you try to say, if you use Jamaican squad for boss players now, I'm being sarcastic by the way. But
Well,
me not have a problem with it if you look at it that way. But again, using it both ways, because one, you can take a look at the player. Two, you can see if the player can add value to your team. And three, the player will also benefit from it. So it's a mutual beneficial. That all of that would have been mutually beneficial. So what you say, you have a point. You see me? I was just making a joke of it though, because honestly, one bonfire upon one way I use the score when the quote unquote coach them I use or people I use the squad for both players. So but you can look at it now and admit that it can be a mutually beneficial thing, right? That's what you're saying.
Me never have a problem yet with the local players them getting them chance, but all right, you see a straight local team, like a straight local team from out of Jamaica going into England would have caused chaos. But like we have a mixture now with senior players and top players, because all right, if you want a local player to get seen, you have to play him with the best players. You see me, you have to play him with professional players and top players. You just a play level local starter on the field. You not get nothing out of that. You see me? So I like the blend with the local and with the diaspora top players them with the local. So the local them a play with some great players, so them game a go rise so scout can see them. You see me? And them game I for use it for. We're not gonna use it for the World Cup qualifying games, my man. Gold Cup and them thing. That this is a perfect game for use it for.
Yeah. So I'll just read a few comments and move on, because as I said, I don't want to belabor this point, but I just had to play those because I had them listed out. Duckland standing big up yourself say we need to talk about the players that are there 110%. But I just needed to make that point because I saw that and I thought that it was very interesting. Is in me. So I don't know if you see if my brain were different where I see that I say why our coach never said the same thing, but I don't want to believe about the point. So this year I don't know when I see that petition here. I think I see it on one of the channel them Instagram page. I say yo, the man them serious and the man them got big petition. But again, I think JT did say to the coach, if coach say petition they out for the ball. I said, yo, the man them serious. Yo, the man them went hard, man. And I kind of like, it was refreshing to me that the persons them in the press conference really asked some straightforward questions, especially about Ravel, because I know that the Ravel agenda really are run. And to be honest, I can understand it from both sides, but it also look fishy on the coach to actually seem like there is probably something deeper. There's an underlying issue there that we really don't know. Hopefully we hear about it, or hopefully the coach fix things and fix that situation. You see me? Neil Gold, big up yourself. No disrespect to Kaim Dixon, but he's mainly playing U21 football and he is called up. So you're gonna tell me that Saudi third division is lower than League One? I think the coach would say yes, because again, I think you can find data from the U21 leagues, but you can't find the data. Again, to be fair, as I said, Neil goal, me myself, I look for data and I can't find it. I can't find it myself. I can't find no flash score, no sofa score, no foot mob. Where else? No score. No, I didn't can't find it for Y Scout. So
it's rough.
Yeah?
It's rough, man. But bro, it easy, like easy could have just if them is really interested to get to know what Ravel are going with, you can contact the club.
Yeah, but you know what ironic again? people, Nicardo Media House, big up himself. Actually, you're gonna see a lot of collaboration between me and Nicardo. Because me I tell him this energy is connect and the two of we kind of balance each other in terms of how we think, you see me? So we're gonna see a lot more. We have some shows that come up. On the lookout for that as well. But you know what is interesting, Nicardo? You know, said last time me had up on a show and we had talked about the Ravel situation. You know, you made a joke and you say, you know, say come like say the coach now pick up no Wi-Fi over there in the Saudi League. I don't know if you remember, you know. And the next year the coach come say something similar in terms of him can't pick up no
But
Wi-Fi.
all right,
You say
you know,
Wi-Fi.
you know, King. Look, Total was in at the league when Ivan Toney just scored 33 goals or 30 plus goals in the Premier League. Then 2021, when he won the Champions League with Chelsea, you know, Ivan Toney scored like 14, 15 goals in our competition for Brentford. Then Tuchel got sacked, I think, September, October. Is he the next season where Ivan Toney went on to score 20 plus goals. So he made a day in the league and see the quality of Ivan Toney possess. You understand? And that was years about. That was same at the same time when Ravel was at Derby County.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand? So you can't tell me that, you know, the reason that Steve McLaren gave us, it's really a valid point. No, we cannot sleep on that. And as what Daniel said earlier over on my show, that look, the man obvious like a look of mediocre people. Like him just think that was so dark.
No, so we Jamaicans, we listen everything I say now. We're gonna dig up dirt pan you. We're gonna dig up dirt. You have to know where you set to it. Yo, we on a big head body. You have to know where you set to it. But CC Sports Lab, big up yourself. I just send a link. Actually, want you on the show, especially to talk about a few players. More forward to talk about a few players. Conrad Smith said, boss players team that. Yeah, man, a boss a youth team. And that Jordan and said for boss the youths them. King, nothing wrong with that. You want him get England contract and not pick him for come play. Exactly that. Me say nothing wrong with that. It's mutually beneficial. So if you want him for the England, what a best way for give him a look in so him can get a look in. So nothing wrong with that. Tycoon, I really want to see what Kyle Ming can do. I think he have talent plus with shot. No man, Kyle Ming is a player that I really like. I think he's very athletic. Him look like him know the ball game inside out, and I'm a fan of Kyle Ming. I don't have a problem with him inclusion. Big up yourself to everybody. Comment them are coming fast. People, I tell them this. I can't read all of the comments them and keep the show going because I'm going to stop read out all I comment them. So what I'm going to do is bring them up on screen so both myself and the panelists them can take a look at it and the people in the comment section when I really follow. Pree, the man say, Pree, it don't work like that. When you have limited resources, you won't waste it on someone with a bad reputation who has gotten many chances. Ravel isn't committed for Jamaica at the World Cup. And
yo,
that
see, wrong,
yeah, the man, me not hear that. Me see interview and I didn't want to say it, but I've had conversations with the player and I'm gonna get that from the player. I've had conversation. I just now come say when me and the player reason, but so I don't get that from the player. So, and that's the narrative where I run. Me not subscribe to people. Me gonna say this again. The comments them enough. And me have to move on with the show. It's a short show tonight.
King, you see I said the wrong link to send him or something like that.
The wrong link send him. Yeah. Yes. So people, if this live ended. All right. So if we really want the comment to be heard, we have to use up the super chat button, people. Me I tell them the truth. You have something named super chat. If I can't read all of the comments, them I will 100% read if you guys send a super chat. You see me? Because the comments them enough. So now have to help me out right there, so you see me. But moving right along, because more show the visuals them have and then jump right into the squad. Because we have to move along. So this is it, people. This is it right here. Promoted to the championship. Tyrese Campbell, because he had the main starter. You don't know Tyrese Campbell was included in the 60-man squad. So we have to say Tyrese Campbell, because I know the people that come rush me. Karai Anderson, look like him losing spot, but he still came off the bench. Him come off of the bench in most games. Well, Kari Anderson was a starting man. I don't know what going right there, so. And Nick, I forgot to tell me what going right there, so you know, because I know say you know this more than me. And the man himself, Kaim Dixon. Big up yourself, bro. No want nobody tell me say Kaim Dixon. No, deserve it. The man actually played. And if you feel like say him nothing dead, that is up to you. You can talk to the wall. Don't talk to me. Talk to the wall. Big up yourself, Dan. Welcome to the show. But yeah, Kaim Dixon, Tyrese Campbell, and Kari Anderson. Talk to me about the promotion for those three players, real quick.
That one on me?
No, man, Dan, remember, fast ball game, knockings.
Yeah, man, big up everybody on the chat, man. I don't know the thing, go.
Sure.
Yeah, man, may I say, yo, maybe Dixon bring luck to the team. 3 Jamaican today. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I get what you say. I think a Jamaican
by signing.
Come here, say,
And would play them.
Performance.
Then a part I look the performance and look. But as me I say, bro, Tyrese Campbell, I would like to see him. May I get a feedback, you know? Yeah, hear me clear now? Yeah, hear me clear?
Yeah, get a feedback, Ricardo.
Yeah, you're clear. Nah, I'm not getting feedback.
May I say, yo, Tyrese Campbell look like a potential player like we could have played on the EPL. Like, we have a good young squad going forward at the future this, bro, for Jamaica, bro. That's how me have to say, bro. And it look good. Them are develop. Them 3 ball here in a development stage of them career. So it good for know, say, yo, we have some young baller coming up. We not got problem to get good ballers in the national call-up for the future.
Talk to me again. CC, just for a quick and fast, CC. Talk to me about them 3 baller them. Good for see 3 Jamaican baller upon one team and get promoted. Really quick. We are not keep quick to the people. Me I tell them, please and thanks.
Yeah, man. First thing first. Big up all of the people who watch a game this morning. You know, the game was 7 o'clock. Now the people who watch for sofa score, I'm not use them people, you know. I talk about the people.
Whoa. Listen, don't speed past that. Listen, not the people who watch for sofa score and White Scout. Did you just say White Scout?
It's a sofa score, man. Me not White Scout, man, them can't go out with themselves. But me I say the man them watch for sofa score, them me a burn out, man.
Okay,
sofa score, man, them. What me I said this morning, I think the game, I watched a game yesterday with Sunderland to, I think Sunderland and Sheffield. The other Tyrese scored, but unfortunately they didn't get that victory. So the curse of Sheffield. Yeah, the Sheffield curse in the playoffs continue. They have never won in the playoffs. They have never won the playoff finals. The Charlton, on the opposite side of it, have never lost once they went to the playoffs final. They've always won once they are in the playoff final to go up into the other division, whether it be League 2 to League 1 or League 1 to Championship. But in terms of this morning, I think Tyrese Campbell gave a good account of himself. He was quite an handful. He was the one who won that free kick that led to the goal by, I think, Gillespie. So he was actually doing his thing. And I think you can see the level of maturity on the player. And I remember he stated that his position has shifted because I think this season he's playing more as a striker as opposed to playing out wide because that's what he's normally accustomed to. But they can see that he's a pretty decent player, has the technical ability and attributes, and he has the strength and physicality. So another player that I like that we have gotten him as a part of the 60-man squad. I don't know how far along the documents are because you know they have a lot of players on the 60-man squad and only one was able to make the Unity Cup squad, which is Ravel Morrison. So that leads me to believe that some of the other players don't have their documents as yet, even though I know Tyrese would have a game today.
I guess you can speculate and see, I tell you the same thing I tell Dan. I have to knock you ball game, you know. I have to knock it to the card, I show you.
You know, watch and remember say, as a ball, I'm a dribbler.
Yo, me I tell you, man, you can't dribble so, but here are people, but
as me say, Kieran Anderson came on, did his part. Tyrese did his part. Something that Dixon was in and amongst the squad as well came out with the team. You can see the camaraderie, all those things. So it's just a good look overall.
Yeah.
King, me have to say this as well. Nathan Jones did an interview with a radio program. I think it's coming a radio program from Yorkshire. And he was actually saying that, he want to big up the youngsters them that who played a part as well, in the quest to qualify for championship football. That look, he already knew that these young players will make mistake. You understand? And for Kerr, I understand he have made a lot of mistake this season. Obviously he's coming from Alpha IF was his first professional season last campaign. So he made a lot of mistakes, but he said, look, he's willing to work with a lot of young players moving forward again in the championship. And he don't want to make a lot of changes going into the championship. He want to have the same rhythm. No one have to splash the cash too much on different players and, change the chemistry and stuff like that. So maybe expect to see, Kerai amongst, the squad. And I'm going to say this. You don't know if them can give away a Kieran McKenna at Ipswich from League One to Championship to Premier League. You don't know. You can get that story. This is Championship. If they can start the season, look, their first 10 games, 2 draw and a couple lose in that streak, they will be, on the bounce. They would have that momentum. And Championship is all about momentum.
Most participation in the tournament since 2000.
Yeah. Oh, that, hey. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll knock it quick as myself, because I promised myself to do a short show. I know, Nicole, yeah, really go up mouth in the man say, no matter what I try to do it, nah, but yeah, I'm gonna knock it quick from here. But yeah, big up to the 3 ball of them. Who else have nothing for say real quick? We have to knock it real quick. If we have nothing for say on the 3 ball of them, can knock it real quick. But yeah, big up the 3 ball of them. Get the promote. Yeah, my ball score. Goal score, all right, that is it. So this is it. This is the image. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Got you quick and fast while the image are going. If you miss it today.
No, I said, somebody that asked me if I watch a game today, I said, bro, you have to understand. See, I think a back-to-back game. I might not get to watch a game tomorrow, which is the League 2 playoff. Because tomorrow I work time, so I'm not sure if I get to watch that. But I did watch the back-to-back promotions for Sunderland and Charlton this morning.
So, I watch League 2 playoff as well, bro. Who play League 2 playoffs?
No, man. I think because of the whole weekend, them have the playoffs for Wembley. So no ball game go. You watch 1, you watch 2, you watch 3. You see me? Yeah. So I saw the ball game come down, man.
I keep it knocking because I promise at 13 minutes I gotta do more. I gotta try on the please.
So Wimbledon and Walsall night League 2.
I guy bed. Are the king?
No, I have a portion of things that I never get done yet. But I'm probably just left the show go and run and make them manage it and go and get them things started. But I don't. I can see it go. Yeah, so congrats to Anderson Campbell and Dixie. It's a good look, Max City say. But yeah, this is the footage today, so when you can see a man like Kyle Dixon and celebrate, you see me Kyle Dixon, see me people, when you see me I zoom up, when you can see the ball right, it's a good look, man, with medal around neck. Oh, I mean, good look right then and there, but moving right along. So this is the other Tyrese Campbell now, where very interesting. For him, Sheffield United team failed to make it through promotion to the Premier League actually. Which would have been a good move. He actually scored in the game. But for me, I hear a lot of people saying that Tyrese Campbell is the son of the former Arsenal player, Kevin Campbell. But I didn't know which of the Tyrese Campbell. So when I saw this post, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring it up to show people that this is the Tyrese Campbell. So he's a forward, a left-footed forward, who is actually the son of Tyrese Campbell. And not
the late Kevin Campbell.
The late, I should say. My apologies. The late Kevin Campbell, because he sadly passed away as well. So yeah, that's a Tyrese Campbell. I have a sweet left foot. Him score a sweet goal yesterday as well. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. But his team failed to make it through to promotion. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at the squad real quick. And then that's where we're gonna end.
Or maybe we can get 11 man and start in 11 for the game.
Yeah, probably I'm going to start 11. But I'm going to start with the squad. The 3 goalkeeper them, and this is where your expertise is needed right away. CC, Shaquan Davis and Tafari Chambers. What was the situation right there in your opinion?
I think Mount Pleasant has 2 number 1 goalkeeper. And that can cause an issue a lot of times because, as we know, Mount Pleasant, based on the information that we would have known, Mount Pleasant pays decent enough. They have a decent enough wage bill up at Mount Pleasant. So you'll find that a lot of times people will be there and they don't want to leave. I think one of these goalkeeper might have to leave because both of them, I think I see where both of them when they're keeping, they look good enough. And I think both of them should be starting. But the unfortunate situation is that only one can start for the current team that they're playing for. So I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be a part of the setup because if you notice the top goalkeepers in the league, the St. Lucian for Cavaliers, the 2 Mount Pleasant goalkeeper, the Portmore United goalkeeper, those are the keepers that have stand out in the JPL this season. And as I said before, the St. Lucian goalkeeper is a St. Lucian. So you can't select him. And then if you look at Shaquan Davis, I think he has quite a number of clean sheets, and Tafari Chambers have quite a number of clean sheets as well. So
Yeah. So the situation as it stands is that Shaquan Davis actually was subbed on in the dying moments of extra time to actually come to actually try and see if he could be the hero of the penalty shootout, which it didn't work. And we have seen a few coaches try this in the past, but in this occasion, it actually didn't work, right? And he was there for some time on the pitch, very sad, knowing that his team lost the penalty shootout. But very interestingly is that one, it was good that the coach Tapa showed some faith in him to think that he's the better keeper for the shootout. But two, the fact that, as I said, the last some unpleasant last. Let me see how much games he hasn't played. It's been a while. Has so much game him up on the bench. I didn't even know I say so much game.
yeah, man. I think him not play a while. Him not play a while, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. So the last 11 games, Tafari Chambers take one game clean. So do you think it's a master stroke from the coach to actually bring in both goalkeepers in the squad, seeing that him could justify, in terms of my opinion, you could really justify bringing in Shaquan Davis?
No, man. I think, as I said before, Shaquan Davis never needed to make the squad. I think because he was in the squad before, the whole seniority thing, but based on the fact that you would have not been you have been on the bench the last 10, 11 games. Remember, I said it to you before, King. I would have dropped him and brought Tafari Chambers. You lose it.
You would have bring Adai. The youth on him Adai.
Yeah, you lose a game to the other keeper. So me have to really consider who me gonna bring. You get the message? So
yeah.
I really that, but the thing when you say with Adai, we're not sure if Adai have him documents, bro.
Yeah, and I'm glad I said that too as well, CC, because a lot of we keep on doing these things without finding out where the process is to see if the players them 110% can forward. So now, without knowing, because I try to think of the keepers, you know who me that probably bring? What about the young keeper that was listed in the squad the last time, the juvenile?
From Atalanta?
What name?
From Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Connor Boyz Clark?
No, not Boyz Clark, man. The young, I think Atlanta. What name? He was in the squad the last time, man.
Ebert? Is it Ebert? That's his name?
No, man, I'm Jaden Ebert. Who is from Atlanta? Ebert are from Atlanta. I'm going to find out who was the young keeper.
There's a young player from Atlanta.
Yeah, man, I
young
think Ebert
keeper, man. No, man, the young keeper was the in the youth squad that was listed in the last squad, man. Or the squad before. I don't remember. But what I say is that it kind of controversial. I know I understand why Shaquan after the end there, because he has been the consistent third string keeper. So now if you have to bring him, I understand why you have to bring a Tafari Chambers, because him take him game. And as I see, I explained, a 2 number 1 keeper them. So I guess it's only fair you bring 2 of them.
I know the problem too, the big one of the big issues, you see if he's an outfield player, it's kind of different. But when he's a goalkeeper, it's very difficult to bring 3. All right, it's very difficult to manage 3 starting goalkeeper in our team when only one are going to start. You get the message, like, it might sound away, you get the message, Ricardo, it might sound away, but people have them ego. Me, I'm starting for my club, you're starting for your club, and King Ball Pree start for Theme Club. And Trey will come in at the camp. All of who want start.
Yeah.
All of who want start.
It remind me as a Valdez, Cassius, and Peperina.
Exactly. So them
Hey,
thing
this
there.
Alice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you find say the balancing act with the goalkeepers them have to do it a lot, because I think if you look at the youngster named Connor Boyz Clark, I think he's probably better than a couple of the keepers that we are bring. But
Yeah.
when you bring I'm not sure why the coaching staff not really bring him around more often
I don't
than not,
know.
because you have the likes of because my intuition is saying that maybe he's pushing to get a start in the team, and the
Yeah.
coach is probably saying, "Yo, we have Andre Blake. Like, you have to understand, say you're second right now." You get the message? So there's a lot of things that we probably don't know, but that's just my intuition, because a lot of the times, Ricardo, people come in the team, they want to start, and it's like when you even recruiting players, you have to, basically you probably have to promise them a starting position. So that is just some of the things them sometimes where that you can't really gauge. Because I think if Kanaya came in this squad, he would be starting. Because I think he's better than the keepers that are there.
I think he's the best goalkeeper we have outside of Andre Blake. But for some reason, I can Reading have 2 number 1 goalkeeper.
Bro,
Exactly.
when I get the chance to see him in the squad go like get a real game. Boyz Clark for Jamaica.
Yeah. He's a good goalkeeper. I actually like him.
But
but that's
not the ball.
That's what I say.
Yeah, so
Maybe he have like a ego thing. We don't know. Isn't me a only part thing with it?
yeah, so moving right along. So that is Shaquan Davis, Tafari Chambers conundrum. I guess the man them save face and bring the two of them, which only makes sense because of the only thing I can do in this situation, right? There's no way I could have bring Shaquan Davis. You had ear upon yourself. Oh, you bring Shaquan Davis and him game get taken. So now we can't say so. Now the interesting one again.
And the name Benjamin is a very nice keeper.
So Benjamin Williams, now we're going on to Benjamin Williams. Now the same situation with Benjamin Williams. For the last, how much game this? It look like him full get kicked with too. But again, Benjamin Williams was the keeper. We get called up in the last in the squad for play against Trinidad. So
Is it
continuity?
No man, I think he was injured.
So he was injured, but this is same
because
on the bench.
if you notice, he's not in the squad a couple of matches a week. And when he came back from injury, he went on the bench. Because he come back from injury, and I guess the season was kind of finishing. You understand? So he never.
So it's a situation where the keeper was injured, because it's the same thing when we hear about Shaquan Davis also. So I heard that Shaquan Davis was injured. Tafari came in, and you don't know, once a keeper keep a clean sheet, it's hard for you just take him out back once he's playing to that standard. So you're saying that it's the same thing that happened to our two keepers, them Benjamin Williams and Shaquan Davis. So they were injured. Now them I guess they got called back, or I guess they lost their spot because they were injured, so them not put them back in. That's what you're trying to say?
No, remember, all right, so goalkeeping thing set up like this, bro. If you have a goalkeeper in the team and you get injured and a goalkeeper come back and the keeper that is there is doing pretty good, you can't just take him out of the goal, because it's a position where it's a position that is volatile now. Because when you need that goalkeeper, maybe you keep the second string to continue keep 1, 2, 3 match. If you see him mess up like in a 4th match, you probably give him the 5th match. But then you would take him out and put in the starting keeper. But you will give him some faith to know, say, you can stay here and fight for your position. So it's not a case where we just have one keeper, and once that keeper is back, we're just going to take you out of the team. So you have to kind of balance it. So I think that's just how some coaches do it, because you're not going to uproot a keeper and then give him back the starting keeper back the position. Then if the starting keeper goes down, the other goalkeeper feels some type of way, and you get the man in the car, him know the reaction we need from him. He's not giving you that.
Yeah,
it's a mental thing.
I'm just say this also, King. You see, Kanye Boyz Clark, you have to understand this as well. He was injured for some of the season, but again, Reading is a club is under financial crisis where they need owners as well. You know, the owners that were there is pressuring the manager, you know, to get results so they don't go further down, you know, in the next division as well. You know, so again, Boyz Clark is a player that once came through one of the youngest goalkeeper to, you know, to debut for Reading. But when you look at this summer, will be a big summer for him because it's a World Cup here. He's out of a contract. What's next for him as well? You understand? He might also need a new club. So until he can really find back himself a new club where he's going to be that number one player, then he will be shouting again to be in the squad.
Yeah, definitely. But that's the key for them we really take a look at. And I guess it makes sense. We see the thought process behind the key for them. So I'm glad CC actually makes some sense of it. I don't think we need to talk about Richard King. I guess it goes without saying. Richard King.
You need some
Travis, hold on there,
stability.
Travis.
Oh.
Richard, say that again.
I was saying they need some level of stability and seniority in the
Yeah.
team. A lot of people Richard King might not be their favorite player, but with the likes of Stephen Young and those guys coming into the squad, having a Richard King would have been in and around the squad for the last 25-30 games, played a lot of those games, been with the other senior players, more experience in terms of professional football. It kind of eased the transition of those JPL players that are becoming a part of the squad. It's kind of like he's the leader of that unit then. Put it like that, the informal leader.
I think Richard King goes without saying, in my opinion. I mean, there's nothing more I can talk about Richard King. Man, play against Messi, him do this, him win league. I think if you're really thinking about Richard King not being in a Jamaica squad right now, you're just a hater. Simple, put down. You're just a hater where just a final excuse. Yeah, to them they are bargaining, my man remind me about the shift where him get the turn where him get. And I'm like, yeah, him can't hold him hand up. Even him can't tell us say that was Fim fault or he's to be blamed. But that happened. But the pros outweigh the cons as it relates to Richard King. And I don't have no argument there. I'm not even going to take a look at Richard King. Who I want to take a look at is Kyle Ming. Because interestingly, again, I said Kyle Ming was playing right back for most of the season. Come playoffs, we see where Tapa moved him to play centre half, which is a very interesting move. So it's a player that can play right back and he can play centre half. And again, I was reminded that Kyle Ming was a part of the back three for Cavaliers with the Ming, King, and Leng. So he can play centre half, he can play right back. He's a player that I like a lot. 26-year-old. I don't think we have a lot to say about him. I know who want to chip in anything about Kyle Ming. I think he's consistently been one of the better performers in the league over, I would say, for the past couple of seasons. How much season him not playing now in a JPL? It's been a minute now. Because in the Cavaliers now is with Mount Pleasant. So, Kyle Ming are one of the better defenders in the league. I have no problems with that as well. Anybody can chip in on Kyle Ming real quick because I don't have a lot to say about Kyle Ming.
Go on, CC.
No, man, go on, man.
No, they are gonna follow up on the thing that you just said a while ago about being King being that experienced player in that back line for the Jamaican players, and you look at it like King, Stevie Young, those players, they will see a Richard King and they'll be more comfortable in that atmosphere, rather than there's no Richard King and they'll be coming up with Ethan Pino. The Deshaun Bernard, those players maybe stage fright. They don't know how to approach those players. So a King is vital in this role as well. But Kyle Ming, again, I don't know if he really understand where he really want to play. Is he want to play right back or he want to play a centre half? You understand? But I kind of love to be, ups and down with this selection because I think Fitzgerald Cummings would have been a better selection.
Okay. Travis, welcome to the show. Travis, we actually have 9 minutes. So,
go on, King.
Bless
up the man, them, man. Bless up the man, them.
And the timing situation. Bless up yourself.
Yeah, we see, man, them link up in England and the team in a good spirits, both local and overseas, man. Yo, these fans, brother, them are fans of everything they make excuse for. brother. The players. Players have to perform if they want to be in a team, brother. You think a club footballist, man, an international footballist.
Yeah, but
So the man,
you want to weigh in on the goalkeeper situation and the calming situation real quick. As I said, we have 7 minutes, so you eat up everybody.
remember saying up King, they'll give you a little history, King. When Tafari Chambers left Arnett Gardens and went to Mount Pleasant, he was the number one. When they bought the same Shakwan, I think when Avir or Arnett, Shakwan left and go there. Tafari get an injury and Shakwan take away game back from him. That was immense. I think Shakwan have a little injury the last part of the season. So Chambers take back the game. Just like Benjamin Williams, they get called and he injured. And the guy with them buy from Mount Pleasant, who is a girl JC, I'm there keep it put. So to me, I best 3 goalkeepers in Nigeria. If you know can overseas.
So upon the itis, wait up, like put them alongside Blakey. Wait up, so wait up compare.
Listen, man, no itis are not Shakwan and number 3 goalkeeper in Jamaica after Blake and Wade. And that is obvious from when. That's been happening.
Yeah.
See Boyz class get released from Reading. Come meeting them would have Boyz class up there through them there England. Him got released from Reading in a play from when. And they released him this past season. I don't no passport.
Yeah. So and Kyle Ming while you're on it now, because you are move as I tell you.
Well, for me, you know, see Ming must know if you want to play right back as well or centre half. Because to me, equally good at both positions.
Yeah.
So up to him when we want to stay. Yeah.
Yeah. Big up yourself, Jordan. Big up yourself. People, as me telling them, I really apologize for, you know, on myself, I can't read the comments them again. Me I tell them, if you really want to come and be heard, you have to drop a super chat with cram for time in the night. Me I forgot to do a show tomorrow. I have no choice then. Jano, I feel pressure.
Tycoon, you can't talk to me, Tycoon. Go now, walk on this. No, I say, tell you, say, 20.
Travis, let me deal with them, Travis. Let me deal with them.
No, man, no, we don't want something. No, man, King, address me, King, someone address him. Remember, say, you said, 20 are your fans, them.
Travis.
No, man, King, more address him something, right? I say, me, I talk, man. So, I said, team, say, man, what is
we have left, Travis. Me, I tell you, we have 4 minutes left. Can I use 4 minutes to address him?
Yeah, no, man, just couple seconds, just say this. Typhoon, you say, 20, you are your 20 friends, in America, we don't go and no Gold Cup because the team will pick who don't like it. That's what I tell you about. And June 10, me there stadium. Me a real fan. Me no work at this like you.
All right. Left it right there. So next player we have to take a look at is Young. I'm bringing him up on screen right now. Stevie Young. Because again, Cummings was the player where everybody has should have in the squad. But talking about Stevie Young, because we have to take a look at the players them way. Me not talk about the I don't really want to look at all Gates and the King, but Stevie Young. To me, Stevie Young, part of one of the better backline them because apart from Mount Pleasant, who had a lot of clean sheets, I think Portmore actually picked up the second amount of clean sheets, and Stevie Young was a pivotal part of that in terms of Stevie Young, Benjamin Williams. But in terms of Stevie Young inclusion, a 23-year-old, anybody have an issue with Stevie Young inclusion in the squad?
No, man, I don't think I have any problem with it because as you mentioned, King, it was Mount Pleasant, Portmore, and then Montego Bay United were the top 3 clean sheets. So with Portmore conceding 25 goals or less, and Stephen Young would have been a significant part of that. So I mean, credit has to give where credit is due. 23 years old. Young man coming into his own, and I think Jamaica we have a knack for producing those type of players, you know, the defenders and wide players and stuff. So I don't have an issue with his inclusion in the team.
Yeah, nobody have an issue. Anybody have nothing to say? More
and also I test prove that too, you know, because him can read the game, him can use the ball and everything. So I think it's a good addition to the squad and things. So it's deserving.
Which position Steve Young play?
Centre back.
Centre back.
Well, Dan, now if I ask a question, Dan, you could have pretend like say you know the ball is still no.
That
Yeah,
know what
no.
Dan, you know what it is.
Bro, bro, I'm telling you the truth still, bro. I'm not really follow up the JBL like that, bro.
Yeah,
I
all
don't
right.
know.
So that means it's when we attack JPL, don't comment. Wait till we talk about overseas. Don't comment.
No,
bro,
you
me like
say me not really follow it up like that. Those say me not know a certain player, you know. You can't say that. I know a
Yeah.
couple
No, you know
players.
why?
But Dan,
And
you
every
know,
time
when I think
this
that it's a JPL, too much past 3 years now.
King, I
You
watch it
want
time
Dan, that
still.
one there.
King, I
me
Dan,
watch
like
I
it
him in
time.
was too
person, man.
honest
Him full
here.
of composure and everything and can use the ball and move the ball too.
Yeah.
Said we like
But
King
King,
them,
I
man.
watch it
A good
time still.
defender.
But the one thing I want to say is this. Sometimes someone watch a JPL just for go knock a player. And me I wonder,
Bright, CC, we have
See
3
where
minutes left. All right,
see
nobody
where
ready right now.
you
We
don't
have
get
3
you know,
minutes.
we
Right
beat
now,
the
not me, bro.
man them
please,
Not
ball.
me,
don't
bro.
dribble in. I done the
When you
3
go watch
minutes
a
of
ball
dribble.
game, when you go watch
Just
a ball
Christ.
game, no, what am I say? When a man watch a turn
CC,
on in
2
TV
seconds, quick.
to watch a ball game, do not watch a ball game for just solely criticize a player. Just
All right.
identify the things that the player is doing
CC,
good.
we have 2
Identify what
seconds
do
left,
wrong.
CC. 2 minutes,
All right,
ready?
go. Next player.
Daniel Green, no talk to him about Daniel Green inclusion. No have a problem with it. Talk quick or forever hold your peace.
From the last time him get called up for the team, but I like to see him back in the team. From them 2021 them time.
All right, Dan approve it. Nicardo, Daniel
Yeah,
Green.
no, really appreciating him coming back in the team because what we did see the past, you understand, a little bit younger, so I guess more mature now, a couple more years in the future. So I mean, this is his opportunity to showcase his talent, to try to beat down, the door and come through as a number 10, playing that number 10 position for Mount Pleasant. That gap is still open in the sky right now for the JFF, for the Reggae Boys team.
Yeah, was a 27-year-old Travis Percy. You know an issue with Daniel Green, right?
No, man, a good baller, man. Did well this past season too. So he deserving call up.
All right. I think I spend long on Brandon Cover. I think a lot of us did really want to call for Brandon. A lot of us beat the Brandon Cover.
I don't see one special about Brandon Cover.
No,
Serious.
Yeah, it's not special, but it's just we always look for player for midfield why we can see them. In some windows we have
Coach,
see
I
them
think
kind of the ball
I
don't
don't
forget.
think the coach favors him much, but I mean, him get an opportunity
Let
just
us
like
see.
him.
Let us see.
yeah,
Yeah.
me could take a
No,
look
we
at
not.
him.
Anytime when you talk about the player them,
Yeah.
it's just because we want to see them in a certain window, bro. We just want to see what them can come do in IT.
Oh, not
Yeah,
have enough free game for canceling about some players.
Well, the Unity Cover kind of a free game in terms.
Yeah,
Not
that's why
free,
I say
Two free game.
and a free game, but a good time for look at the player. So, but interestingly enough, him not really played the latter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 9 games, them don't know what going on the bench, not in the squad. And I think before January, he was having a good season at Port Vale. When he played right back and scored 2 goals from right back. So I don't know. This is a player what coach can play right back, central midfield.
King,
So
you see it covers now. And I want them player they were fully gifted with all heap of potential and talent. You understand? But you see with him have a big heart.
yeah.
You understand? And for one of the overseas man, we can come in the team. If lucky and get film chance now, he have to go prove it. No, but I want them player there. He have a big heart. He never back down from nothing. He's a fighter and he's a warrior.
Yeah.
If you listen his tone or he talk, you can hear it as well. So we're gonna need a couple of them players in our team, not specific him, but players like that as well.
Yeah.
The man say a World Cup. Man say a World Cup him thing there, bro. A World Cup the man want go. No joke thing.
Yeah, man. Me personally now
What about this man that done?
more take a look at Brandon.
Which man that say a World Cup you want to go?
Covers, watch him interview with Simon.
Yeah, man. No opportunity to prove himself if he can make it. The World Cup
Yeah,
squad.
but the man like him willing, like the man I say, yo, bro, a World Cup the thing, but this one there.
Let us see then. No opportunity kind of squad.
Yeah, what me gonna do? Me gonna end up left for go and do all the reason afterwards. Before me gonna move from the location over there. So I'm not really end the show yet. Now go na chance for.
All right, no problem, King.
But here I go on. More I run through the players than before. Dwayne Busy Atkinson, in my opinion, I think he was a player of the season for me.
Yes, man,
Yeah,
best
but
player in Jamaica.
stay home. The incident that we see happen in the match, can like him
So
deserve
in
to
a
be
travel,
in the
CC.
squad.
CC in a travel. In a travel with the squad.
Not to my knowledge. Tomorrow them say them a wait till.
Oh, yeah, coming.
But him coach say
Same good,
the
we
coach
still
say,
same good.
no
Yeah,
will
all
stop
right.
him from travel.
the coach said them a monitor him for 48 hours and them a go reassess Monday to
Jaja.
see if he can travel. So at that him saying and Remy say
Jaja.
basically.
That's
Him say him good in
unfortunate,
the
you know, because me I
him
tell
say
you no. You see with my hold on there, give me a knock for the ball. You see with my two eyes them for it, especially the playoffs, the player was unplayable people. And at 23, I don't know how the ball are just so unlucky with injuries. I don't know. Injuries every time something for injury. So I don't know, but I was very impressed with doing busy signal Atkins. So anybody can knock it please on busy. Wanna tell me your opinion on him.
Yeah, as I said, I think he deserves his spot. I pray that he's able to travel and he's okay and everything, and possibly can run out for his second match because he can't play first game. I'm sure of that. But I would want to see him get a fair opportunity as well in the team because he has been doing it year over
But this is
year.
salsa.
One of the more consistent young players, but I don't know if his conditioning is letting him down, where his body does a breakdown after a certain period of time. And every time he get an opportunity to play for Jamaica, his body breakdown upon him. So that are one of the things that I feel like him probably have to go look towards in the
Breakdown
off
as you know.
as in him just run out of steam, injured or him gas star, him just breakdown, bro.
So what literally wrong with him now? Him get a injured or
No man,
no
he
no
about
was
breathe
some
no
exhausted.
breathe
He was
no
exhausted.
breathe properly.
yeah, that
But
make me the finish ball game.
Dan, what is Dan Gagan say? The market value is insane. I don't know. Transfer market is 9,000.
Hey,
CC to me
9,000.
look like this is a party, man. I drink whole Balika, man.
9,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Travis, they
9,000
said that if you're
pound
sure. You sure about
transfer.
that one, Travis?
Yeah,
Travis.
I tell you because we follow
Travis,
them
remember
ball
first
on
time
Instagram.
party. Travis, hold on,
Yeah,
Travis.
man.
You ever see my party yet?
Listen, man. We follow
Yeah.
them ball up on Instagram. If you see more time, some sitting when they put up. That are buckles, pan buckles.
So you ever see
Bro,
my
but
drink on yet?
look on Grealish. Grealish and them man they drink every day, bro.
That's what I'm
Bailey them
telling you.
drink. Every
Well, see,
ball I drink.
what I would say about Busy is that he must figure out what go on. I mean, I
Yeah,
know
man.
for
Busy brought them too often, brother. As if you get a
Bro,
call up, always
but
injured.
Travis,
look into that.
definitely I can tell you this. Me as a man when I drink, I normally play ball, bro. And most of the time it have to do with your build, your body, your lungs, the size lungs you have, and the blood flow you have to. Or your system work, bro. And every player can run the 90 minutes and do a bag of thing on the field. And a normal thing out there, bro. You see me? It's a battlefield mentally when they're on the field and physically,
Small
you know,
and
when
some
you're
of you
playing.
right with it. Now I chat there. Small and some of you right with it, but busy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ronnie M90. Ronnie M90. Go take Dixon with that team, no, man. Go take Dixon. None of JP players are well conditioned. We don't care if Ronnie 90. We don't care take them out that team. So go support the next country.
Knocky ball.
Yeah, so gents, me have to go end the show. Me I resume the show tomorrow. You see me? So I pick up from right here, so we left tomorrow. You see
So
me?
like wife you call now, know them
Yeah,
hours
you know
there.
them hours and night, you see me. But big up yourself to everybody where they are. You don't know. It's so unfortunate, you see me, but we have to wrap it up right now, you see me. But anybody have them last say can just make them last say while we wrap it up.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna say this. I think if you notice, I think even with Busy has played what over 140 something games for Cavaliers and school and have like 51 goals plus as a not necessarily a striker, but as a wide player or an attacking midfielder. So and I think it's a pretty good return over the years that he's played in the Premier League. The past 5 seasons that we have seen him, I think now is his time to take another step. And I just think he just need to work on that conditioning and see what he can do in the off season, so he can get his body back into a certain peak physical condition, and make the move next season. I don't know if I want to see him in the Jamaica Premier League next season, because I think he's good enough to make that move right now.
Lucky what?
Knock it again. Who next?
Yo, me I say still, bro, the Unity Cup here. But definitely want to see King. Me no want to see King back in the JPL. You see me? I don't want to see about the youth back in the JPL. Him need for day in England or Spain or one of them places that play some ball. But definitely, bro, I don't want to see Lord Ravel in a Unity Cup. Man, I know what go on.
That man, he could have given no information already, man. What more do you want? How can a
No,
Ravel thing on the panel?
No, because
Ravel
me
not
see
save
some
them, man.
man. Me hear say some man drop out of the team. Me hear say he's not there. And me hear so another ball is there. So, when I know what go on, I'm here say Ravel have him suitcase and him thing them, man. Something I something I see, bro. So, when I know if
Well,
him a go dead,
a
bro.
Ravel church have get wicked, man. But I'll say petition business. Well,
But
Bro, but
Ravel must rate to know as the fans, bro. Cause
Ravel
yeah,
run
man.
Jamaica, they tell
I
you.
show more love for Ravel than
A
the
Ravel
Manchester
not great,
United
like
fans.
Walter Boy to me. See, I get them a big time
bro,
rating,
listen.
man.
Yo, bro, you know what I say? He's not the great like Walter Boy. Bro,
But
is what the team is something what the team missing at the midfield, brother. People want to see that, bro. The ball game not knock. We not knock no ball, bro. And one man alone we see can put like
so
make
what?
everybody
So what?
make
East not pass
everybody
of opportunity. What go on? Without East pass of opportunity, we man do so well.
I do not know, you know. I don't know what go on. I don't know if a plane can reach
Israel.
from
Can't reach
Costa
out to
Rica to
England.
Wembley.
No, sir, I don't think so.
4 hour, 6 hour flight. Supposed to soon
And a
reach, man.
Costa
Don't
Rica,
tell
man,
you.
them
Brother,
under Israel,
a,
bro.
a
Israel in there,
9 hour flight, bro.
Palestine, them shoot down the plane.
Jaja.
Yo,
Hey,
you
bro.
don't need to watch one interesting interview with Jonah Fleming, the Eddie Vision do. On YouTube, you don't need to watch that interview there.
Yeah, man, over there, I go with my done.
Fleming. Yeah.
Lemons.
Yeah, man. Listen to you.
Yeah, but nobody else.
Fleming make some serious money at UAE.
If nobody now nothing else to say, we are gonna wrap it up while we are show the man.
But King, as me as a King, looking forward to see the 2 games. I hope the players them will get the opportunity, take it with both hands, because you know safe. They're not impressed. Because to me, the coach have him World Cup squad and the Gold Cup squad already. You know, so look for some look like I say, I could puzzle like something that puzzle him. Some look on them players and also and them last for this year. And that's that for me.
But I think the coach have him inside already.
Yeah,
I think
the ones them are the juvenile earth strong, you know, so that me have to make sure say me look after him. You see me, I'm earth strong, so the ones them can big up a legend. I don't know
Yeah, man, bless
today
him, man.
are 12 o'clock.
No man, I'm earth strong today.
Today.
I don't know, but you don't know. We have to make sure say him get tucked in for guy in bed. Him have school a morning, don't it?
Yeah.
Tell the people
Just pull up.
themselves.
All the need for do, bro, pull up I'm school tomorrow, man, and give him a local thing, make him friend them sing happy birthday for him, man. Buy a local scooter for him.
My brothers are going. What's that bosses are Go
You
to
see me?
King Jonah.
King,
you Chabala.
jacket at all.
Petition soon come out for King Jonah,
One legend.
One legend, you hear that? One legend. Actually, legend I'm real name, you know. One legend. Big up yourself, legend. Go on here a bit. Msuko. But yeah, we'll wrap it up while we are showing that video.
Clear the way. Reggae Boyz is here in town. When I hear no sound.
So Dan,
I would have think so.
How are you about the East thing? Where you see?
Then you agree that.
No, one group, man.
Tell me.
Even the Ravel suitcase pack up and thing, bro, I see. And I'm here him take down the post.
Where is it? You see, Ravel 2 games. Come and follow Ravel by Instagram, you know.
Yeah, and the man them say him take it down quick. Someone don't know what going on and
Say, man,
like
that
me
good
hear
hit
them.
then. I mean, say, man, replace
Yeah,
a player then. Man, give that hit then, man, replace a player then.
yeah, maybe I that all go on.
Well,
I
that's
real
a good
thing,
for the fans that we want to see him.
I know the Nigerian and Ghana team are one serious team.
No, man, no, but them top player did it, man.
Nah, I thought like them local players.
Yeah.
Like
They're not good, good something that, man.
when we watch some clippings back on all the Nigerian Premier League, so the man them play, brother, I'm like, yo, them youth are ready to make the next step.
Bro, you want to see the South African League or the man them play?
Nah, I one of the best down at that, man. South African League, one of the best. One of the best.
Football and them no one gonna be place. They don't want to Africa.
Even Travis, even when name ya play for Arnett, go down to Tanzania.
Yeah, man, football, yeah, man. Bye.
And I must like the level in a Tanzania, like bro, the level, bro. Is
But I'm
level.
trying to come back so quick though.
The
But
level,
here I
bro.
go on. You see them country there, bro. I'm a real, cause Jamaica one of the only black country I'm seeing. Like, when it come to like work rate and education wise for the younger generation now,
Yeah.
the youth them last, bro. Brother, when
Yeah.
I check the rest of black country them, bro, or the Nigerian them, how them take certain things serious, bro. Them dedicate themselves to certain things, even illegal things, where they are Jamaica, yeah. Them are the best at it. Them dedicate themselves, bro. Like, I don't know what the culture gone in Jamaica, bro. Like, most of the youth them are dedicated. You see
Football and
me?
them have a party, they want to party and drink, man.
It no matter the circumstances, see what Jamaica at, bro. Jamaica one of the best. I think Jamaica, bro, like some countries see out there, bro. Jamaica is a first class country, bro. Who
Done
they say
that.
Jamaica is
Pick up the reason tomorrow, because I wrap it up right now, you see me? Wrap it up right.
King, yeah, blessing, brother.
You see me?
Blessing
Just
to him,
about
man. So, yeah,
smash the
man.
like button on the way out, people. And get the video to 100 likes. Like the show
Yeah,
tomorrow
bro.
day again, people. Until next time, I don't know what. Good. It's your boy King and the crew. I'm out.